Welcome back to the another video of Cricket Thrill. Taslim Arif was born on May 1st, 1954 in Karachi, PIB colony, and having started his playing career with Malir Gymkhana. Taslim Arif was just 13 years old when he made his first class debut for Karachi Blues in an Ayub Trophy Championship match in 1967-68. Taslim Arif then went on to represent Karachi, Sindh, and National Bank of Pakistan. His first class career, however, ended in 1988-89, by which time he had appeared in 148 matches and he scored 7,568 runs at an average of 33.63 with the highest score 210 not out. He hit 13 centuries and 40 50s and held 311 catches, made 56 stumpings and captured 7 wickets at 30.28 apiece with the best of 4 for 46. Taslim Arif went to Sri Lanka in 1973-74 as a member of the Pakistan under-25 teams. His two major tours with the senior sides were to Australia and West Indies in 1976-77 and to India in 1979 and 80. He toured Sharjah with Pakistan outfits in 1980-81, 82 before the United Arab Emirates venue staged the first of its world record 198 full one-day international matches in 1978-79. He played for World X1 in Australia in the mid-1970s. He was a member of the Daisy Hill CC in England Bolton League and the professional signing at Roar House in the Lancashire League, and in 1995-96 he represented Pakistan Master in a four-nation Master Cup tournament in Sharjah. Against Australia, Taslim Arif made his 210 not out when he broke the record of his own countryman Imtiaz Ahmad, who scored 209 versus New Zealand at Lahore in 1955-56 for the highest score in a test match by a wicketkeeper. In 1974-75, Taslim Arif dismissed 41 batsmen, 35 of the catches and 6 stumping in 14 first-class matches, create the new record for the wicketkeepers in a Pakistan domestic. However, in 1978-79, in a BCCP invitation tournament match for National Bank against Punjab at the Atchison College ground in Lahore, he became the first Pakistani wicketkeeper to take 10 dismissals in a first-class match. He held 6 catches and made 4 stumping. Taslim Arif died in Karachi on the night of March 13, 2008, about 2 months short of his 54th birthday. In his short international cricket career for Pakistan, he proved himself to be a mighty character with true grit, a quality he continued to display in whatever he did after his playing days were over. Until his dying day, Taslim Arif literally died with his boots on. Just days ago, he was doing the running commentary of matches in 2007 and 8 Rectangular Cup Cricket Championship for Geo Super. In addition, while he continued to serve cricket in any capacity he could, he was helping run a cricket academy and being a constantly familiar face on the country's cricket circuit. He had been diagnosed with a lung infection lately, his chain smoking habit leading to his early death. He had been hospitalized several times for respiratory problems. On the 13th of March 2008, it was eventually all over. The right-handed Taslim Arif played in 6 test matches and 2 one-day international for Pakistan, all within the year 1980s. When the national selectors did not happy with the regular wicket-keeper Taslim Bari's dwindling forms, he had decided to try someone new. Taslim Arif in fact came in as a specialist batsman in Pakistan test match lineup to initially play instead of Zahir Abbas on the tour of India in 1979-80, when the star batsman was experiencing the worst slump of his career. Taslim Arif opened the batting with Sadiq Mohammed in the 6th and final test match of the series against India at Kolkata on January 29, 1980. He immediately made a big impact in the drawn encounter. Pakistan had already lost the rubber 2-0 with the score of 90 and 46 in the 2 innings, while while the left-handed Sadiq Mohammed was dismissed for low contributions of 5 and 8. Taslim Arif top scored in either innings. Javed Miandad, though also made 46 in the second innings, his 90 in the first came off 260 balls in 7 fours. In 7 hours, 4 minutes of batting with 4 boundaries. His 46 took 92 balls in 2.5 hours with 4 fours. Impressed with his test debut performance, the selector decided to sideline Wasim Bari for the 1979-80 home series against Australia, which started a little over 3 weeks later and played Taslim Arif both as an opening batsman and wicketkeeper. In the first test at Karachi, which Pakistan won by 7 wickets, they later also took the 3-match rubber by a 1-0 margin. Taslim Arif had Harun Rashid his opening partner. He himself scored 58 and 8 in addition to making 2 catches and 2 stopping behind the stumps. Then Taslim Arif had the biggest 6 days of his short international career. In the second test match at Faisalabad, Taslim Arif earned the distinctions of being on the field of play for the entire durations of the match. This amounted to 20 hours and 8 minutes on the 4 playing days, interrupted of course by some bad weather as the first day was totally washed out. He kept wicket for 773 minutes as Australia piled up a first inning total of 617. Taslim Arif made only 1 catch behind. Then in Pakistan reply of 382 for 2 in 435 minutes before the test ended in a tame draw. Taslim scored an unbeaten 210 following an 87-run start with Harun Rashid. He batted for a total of 7.25 hours, faced 379 deliveries and hit 24. His second wicket stands with Zaheer Abbas was worth 72 runs, and the unbroken partnership for the third wicket with skipper Javed Miandad, another 223 runs. Taslim Arif played in all 3 test matches against Australia. In the third match at Lahore, with the game nearing an inevitable draw, Taslim Arif came on to bowl his right-arm medium pace. Javed Miandad kept the wicket and dismissed Graham Bird, caught by substitute Sultan Rana for 49, to return bowling figures of 5 overs, 1 for 28. He was retained for the 4-test home series against West Indies as opening batsman and wicketkeeper. In the second inning of the drawn test match at Lahore, he retired hurt after being hit on the hand by fast bowler Sylvester Clarke. He played in the second match at Faisalabad, being dismissed LBW to Clarke for a third ball duck, and kept wicket poorly as Pakistan were beaten by the West Indies by 156 runs. In later transpired that he had been playing the test with a compound fracture in a finger. That was the end of Taslim's international career. Wasim Bari returned to the Pakistan team in the third match of the 1981 rubber and went on to play in 25 of the country's next 28 test matches before announcing his retirement in 1983-84. Taslim Arif scored 501 runs in 6 test matches at an average of 62.62 with 102 half centuries. He took 9 dismissal as a wicketkeeper and had figures of 1 for 28 as bowler. In his 2 one-day international matches, both played against West Indies in the 1980-81, his total was 28 runs at an average of 14 with the highest score of 24 in addition to a catch and a stumping. Taslim Arif later became well known as a radio and television cricket commentator. He had also served as match referee in 40 first-class matches since 1996, in addition to having performed similar duties in 25 major limited over matches since 2001. Taslim Arif has left behind his wife, 2 sons and a daughter to mourn his death. He also had 3 daughters from an earlier marriage to an Australian national. Former colleague Javed Miandad said, "On Arif's death was a tragedy. We all loved him. He endeavored himself to everyone he played with. He is a great loss because he was there for all whenever needed." Javed Miandad was Arif's captain when he made the double century. If you like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.